episode 114, brought to you by Envisage Pre-Workout Coffee. Today we have UFC Hall of Famer Diego Sanchez and owner of Fire that audio guy. How are you, folks? Welcome back to episode 114, a very special episode brought to you by Envisage Sport Pre-Workout Coffee, great friends of ours over in the UK. Super excited. Again, 114 episodes here, folks, and this is a guy who I've looked up to an incredibly amount when it comes to promoting events, when it comes to martial arts, jiu-jitsu, everything. This guy, he's done a lot for us behind the scenes for our brand back in the day. He came up here to Nova Scotia and competed at Chokes by the Ocean. A fantastic guy to deal with, a legend of mixed martial arts, a UFC Hall of Famer. We're so honored to be joined by Mr. Diego Sanchez, and of course, friend and colleague and now training partner coach, the one and only, the owner of the School of Self-Awareness, Mr. Joshua Fabia. Let's bring them on together. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing good, brother.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, boys. Obviously, you're in the middle of getting some weight off right now. You're leaving tomorrow back for Fight Island. How you been down in your New Mexico right now?
I've been great. Pandemic has presented its challenges, like the sauna that I love. Have my private personal sauna anymore, but now we're settling with this little guy. But it's everything we're gonna have in Abu Dhabi, so it works out.
Somewhat get adjusted to that. That's something new. I see a lot of people using that. What is it's just like a traveling kind of sauna? Is that what it is?
A portable sauna, an easy $250 buy on Amazon if you need to get some sweat.
Nice. We gotta get you some a Diego Sanchez brand portable sauna. How's obviously it's pretty warm down there, I'd assume, today anyway.
Yeah, we're in are we in the 80s still? Yeah, we're still in the 80s. We got the sun out. It's nice, great weather. Nice. And knocked out my morning workout, sprints, shadow boxing, going over like the techniques that I gotta do, and we're already there. The work has been done. I'm ready to go out there and perform, and now we're just sitting in the sauna.
I'm so happy for you, man, to like coming off this pandemic and everything. Like, it's so important for people like you to be able to continue fighting, and you've worked so hard to get to this point in your career. I've heard you talk about, this might be your last. There's 4 fights left in your contract. To me, you look as great as you ever have, physically, man. You look like you're 22 years old. So
Thank you. I started working this anti-aging principle a long time ago when I was like 22 years old, and coming to the rough periods of my career, I found Joshua Fabia, School of Self-Awareness, the universal principles has changed my life tremendously, mentally, physically, spiritually, and on all levels.
That's awesome. It's interesting that you talk about that, because the School of Self-Awareness, it's about a mission, right? It's about a mission to pass on good things to youth, change youth lives pretty much in a positive way. Am I correct?
The mission of School of Self-Awareness is a lot. It's basically everything. You'd have to really dig into it, submerge yourself into what it really is to experience it, and go through the experience and attain the wisdom that is you can only get the wisdom by going
from the school. Yeah. And you're getting a couple other guys who are actually jumping on board now. Am I correct?
Yeah, of course. We got Stephen Bonner, and that's my big man. And
awesome.
We got a big surprise for Fight Island, and so tune in, ESPN. We will be hijacking the prelims.
That's not joking. What do you have to say about that, Joshua? I saw you sneak in there for a sec.
Yeah, you were asking about School of Self and that context of what is the mission. The mission in essence is super simple. Most people want to do a lot of good things. They want to be givers and act very selflessly. The issue is you cannot be selfless till you're done being selfish.
Almost like a relationship, eh? Like the ground foundation. Very interesting.
But the thing is that most people are starving to get the things that they need, and they're going out, they're trying. They're just not getting it.
Yeah.
Okay. And that selfishness is never being fulfilled. And then you don't really have enough in the tank to truly be of service to help. And that's why you see the level of service and help being lower and lower than is what is truly needed for the people that need help, right? People that need help don't even know how to ask for it.
Yeah.
SOS is the universal sign for distress. So I've reversed it. Instead of me saying I'm in distress, no, when you realize you're in distress, come to SOS. Through awareness, we will help you solve all your problems. And that's the truth. You can't go out and try to help anybody till you've helped yourself.
Yeah.
And so the self is for anyone and everyone that wants to help themselves. And then through helping themselves, you learn how to help others.
Well, that's very smart, actually. You think about that. Like, again, the old philosophy, if you're on an airplane, you can't help anybody else until you get your own mask on. Like, it's just that simple, right? Like, that's genius. That's really interesting. I know I struggle with a lot of confidence and things like that myself. So I want to dive into this stuff a little bit more.
But I'll let Diego explain a little bit of that, because he's now full circle, and it's a different experience than just learning in the beginning. He's now at the part of understanding what he's learned. And there's phases of growth. And
how long has
let me explain.
How long have you been at this, Diego?
It's been 2 years. And it was a jump, a leap of faith.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I met Joshua, and I trusted my intuition. I trusted my gut feeling. I trusted everything that I personally knew through the experience of life, that this guide was going to be able to help guide me. And that's exactly what I did. I leaned into the light, and I took my lessons. I went through my experiences, and the transformation has happened. And now this is a huge part of what this last 4 fights in the UFC is showing the transformation from this warrior, this dog, this fight dog, to a human being that learned how to take care of myself, that went through the process. And now I'm able to help others. Now I'm able to use this experience and let others see this experience and witness, just straight up witness it. In witnessing what I have accomplished and what I'm doing now, the world is going to be able to recognize something that is real, that is not acting, that is not faking, that is not lying. And that's what you get with me. You get a real OG. You get a real legendary experience. And,
no question.
Believe me, we ain't no dummies. Everything has been documented. It's not an act. We didn't film a movie. We documented our lives. And it's going to be a story of stories. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, it's
on that subject, where can they find this exclusive story?
This exclusive story will be brought to you by OnlyFans, because to be honest with you, fuck the haters. We're with only with
That's
the
right,
fans.
man.
It's gonna be OnlyFans. It's no more giving this stuff out for free on
Nice.
IG, Facebook, and YouTube. You know, that we know is a monopoly of corruption.
Yeah, you have to start. It's exactly like you say, Diego. You're putting yourself out there, and they're making the money. So you might as well be making the money yourselves. If you guys are putting out there your ideas, and people,
if the haters want to hate, they're gonna have to pay. That's all.
That's right. Exactly. You got to pay to hate now. You can't just talk shit. I love that, man. And it's funny. It's like that Mike Swick interview you did a couple weeks ago, or talking about like haters and stuff. Fuck anybody who, people can judge, people can whatever, they can say what they want, but fuck them. you know, they didn't do what you've done for this sport, period. You know, like that's what it is. You are a legend. It's like you say, people get legendary experiences. And for you, you came up to here to Nova Scotia. You had no idea what you're getting into. You came up here and did your thing for us, came up and grappled for us and had a great time. And I'll never forget it, Diego. You sat there and signed every damn autograph until there wasn't a kid left in that. You took every picture, every autograph. You were wonderful to deal with. You're a super pleasant guy and very fan favorite. And nobody had a bad word to say about it. So any of those goddamn haters, go to hell. You don't know what you're talking about. Diego's the man. So keep doing your thing, man. You and Joshua are doing fantastic things.
People see something real and they're fake, so they want to hate. It is what it is. I know that. But you got to understand, you are not me. So how are you to say that I have CTE? How are you to say that I have the brain damage that makes me an idiot?
Yeah.
When in truth, I've flipped the script. I've flipped the table on the game. You see, with eloquent speech, able to speak. I don't have a stutter. Go back and watch my old interviews. It will blow your mind. I didn't do no speaking classes. I didn't train with a speaking coach. I just learned how to speak myself and healed whatever was going on, because there was some issues going on. And I remember going out to Nova Scotia and being out there and talking with some other fighters and realizing, man, I do have some memory issues. Man, I am speaking a little wrong. And that was the awareness in the beginning. Maybe I need to address this instead of just be in denial.
Awesome.
And
Very cool to hear that. Self-healing is for sure real.
The self-healing that I've undergone is real, and it is amazing. And if I can do it, anybody could.
Awesome.
1,780 strikes to the head. Hey, 500 stitches in my face. Yet my face don't look like Nick Diaz's face. You know, you look at my eyes, like you don't think these have all been split open and cut open. They don't look as if they have. Like, there's something to it.
Yeah,
Diego
definitely
has found something that is real.
It's the fountain of youth. You look good, man. I'm telling you, the healing works. It's for sure. I agree. It's interesting. There's so many haters, man, but it's like, that's an interesting thing you said. You're not me, so how do you know? And that's as powerful as it is. And I don't know, man. Just, it's interesting, like, why people focus so much bullshit on that. And I'm glad that you don't put any fucking importance into that or focus into that, man. Just keep being you and keep being a good person, and you know, keep leading a good way, man. A couple like, just
like the internet, my friend. It's like the internet, my friend. It ain't real. You know, I'm coming off of a major smear campaign on my coach Joshua. This was a real thing. There was a real smear campaign put on him to discredit him, because this mission we're on, the School of Self-Awareness, it is to change the world.
So you guys spend a lot of time too with a couple of good Canadian guys. I know Tristan Conley and Cole Smith, good buddies of yours now. You're training with a little bit.
I love those guys. I love those guys. I'm extremely proud of both of those men, especially Cole. He just fought and he dropped the loss, but he went out there. He fought great. He finished strong, and I'm extremely proud of him. Tristan went in there, the Rudy of UFC, and defeated Michelle. Yeah, supposed to sacrifice him too. This guy's a monster. They threw him in there with. I know. So does Zelim, that got his ass handed to him like a kindergartner fighting a fifth grader.
Big time. Big time. Yeah, it's again, like, I don't want to beat a dead horse, man. We can talk about that all we want, but again, like, to me, you made the right call, dude. No question about it. If it's not even up for discussion. Fucking smart call. Boom. Live to fight another day, man. Period. right? So a couple questions for you, Diego. Just before we're done here, I know you're busy. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Hey,
Fight Island.
don't forget, world. Don't forget, people. You can go look it up on Google. That was a victory. I got a W by my name. So
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says, what anybody thinks. If there's 9 billion bots leaving chicken comments on every post, and come on, I don't give a shit. That was a W, and I am 3 of my last 4.
Yeah, definitely coming off 3 of your last 4 are victories. And you're going into this fight with Jake. It's like you mentioned before, he's another 26-year-old. Here you are, 38 years old, Diego. You know, you and I are close to the same age. They keep feeding you these young guys, man, but you're not going anywhere anytime soon. You keep getting younger and younger. How do you feel about this matchup against Jake?
I feel happy. I feel confident. It is what it is. You know, Jake Matthews is a tough young man. He's got a lot to fight for, too. He's a big guy. You know, I seen he was up to 210 when the camp starts. So, you know, he's got his issues to deal with. I got mine. As you see, I'm in a sauna cutting my last 8 pounds. You know, it's going to be an 8-pound cut for me. Like, it is what it is. Yeah. I'm bringing all the experience, the wisdom that I've attained in my career to this fight in the octagon. I know what I got to do. I got to go in there. I'm the only one that could do it. And I'm extremely excited about fighting on Fight Island. I'm going to the other side of the world, you know, where things are different. The energy is different. You know, there's a lot more real and a lot less fake. I'm just excited for it. I'm excited for having no fans in the building. I'm excited for no invisible pressures. I get to go in there and do this. I get to go in there and start the end of this tunnel, because there ain't going to be another 4 fights after these 4 fights. I'm done. Yeah. This is the end of the chapter.
Wow. Well, we're incredibly honored, man. I'm incredibly honored to have met you and dealt with you.
And the new book will start, my friend. You
know, the new chapter.
I'm going to end fighting, become a human being of value, and guide, heal, bless, and protect the individuals that the universe brings to me to help. And that's it. When I'm done with this fighting stuff, I'm done with it.
Focus on healing, man. I think that's important, because you have a huge following, a massive following. There's a lot of people that you can help. So I think I commend you, man. Instead, there's so many ways you can give back to this world, right? And fighting is just a step in this world. It's a small thing, you know, and in the greater good, right? So good for you, man. And I love that.
And, you know, I see a lot of desperate fighters, you know, that don't realize that they're human beings with unlimited potential. And I want to give those guys a light to look up to. I want to give those guys something to say, hey, man, you know, I want to be like Diego. I want to leave this sport and have something, not just be a punching bag mint trainer, you know, or a coach, an MMA coach. There's more to life in mixed martial arts when you're a fighter and when you're a human being. And I'm excited to give that side of Diego to the world after the 4 fights are done.
I love that, man. I love that. Very, very well said. My last question for you, a very quick question. Being a UFC Hall of Famer, what's it mean to you?
It honestly doesn't really mean much to me. Yeah. I know it's a great thing to put on my resume and everything, but
see, that's what shows what kind of person you are, right? You're like me. It doesn't mean much.
Just another title, just like Diego Sanchez, the UFC fighter. I let that go. I died in the Dead Sea and left that with, and I'm this now.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Well, again, any final words for you, Joshua? Anything you want to share before we let you guys go? I want to thank you very much. Our fans up here in Canada are very much looking forward to your fight and very much appreciate you jumping on here with us, Diego and Joshua.
I just want to say, make sure you tune in. It's going to be a true spectacle. Trust me. You're going to see things you have not seen Diego do, as per usual now.
Nice. That's what we like to see. All right, boys. Well, enjoy safe travels. Have a fantastic rest of your Kate, what? Weight cut, Diego. Thank you again for taking the time out of your day for joining us, and much love to you, sir. Hopefully we can get you back up here in Nova Scotia, guys. Lots of love.
All my followers, all my support. I love you, and I support you also. Thank you.
There we have it, folks. Give Mr. Diego Sanchez a follow. If you're not, I'm sure most of you are, though. Thank you, Diego. Thank you, Joshua. Lots of love, guys. Fantastic to have those guys joining us. Super honored. I didn't want to take up a lot of their time. Obviously, you can see Diego's in the middle of cutting weight. What a gem for taking his time and allowing us to, get 15, 20 minutes of his time. Very honored to have him and Joshua before they do take off to Abu Dhabi. Super interesting interview. Yeah, it was fantastic. Good to catch up with those guys. We will be back. Trevor White, that's right. That rhymed. We'll be back tomorrow. We are back. I'm not sure who with. We have a couple episodes. Friday, we got Nick the Tooth coming on from Dana White's Looking for a Fight. He'll be on Friday. Tomorrow, I can't remember. I believe Adam Hazelton's on tomorrow, but I'll have to double check. Anyway, folks, a fantastic episode. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share, like, subscribe to all of our podcast channels, all of our apparel, anything you can get your goddamn hands on. We're back with another event, October 24th coming up. It's a grappling event, in our cage, submission grappling, and then MMA not far to follow. The word is good, folks. All right, folks, we'll be back. Be kind. Be good to one another. Lots of love. We'll see you tomorrow.